Hi, today we're going to be exploring rates. Let's get started. Okay, so first off, let's define what rate is. Rate is a comparison of quantities measured in different units. For example, 10 km stands for kilometers per hour. So this measures speed. And you'll see that speed is a great example for rate. So here, this is 10 kilometers per hour. What does this mean? It means something travels 10 kilometers every hour. Okay? Every hour. That's what that means. So if this something travels for 2 hours, it'll go 20 kilometers. If that something travels for 3 hours, it'll go 30 kilometers. So some examples here. Speed of car. If a speed of car is going on a regular street, it usually goes around 50 kilometers an hour, assuming that there is no traffic. Walking a dog. So let's say you take your dog for a walk. Human beings on a leisure pace go about 7 kilometers an hour. So if you walk regularly for an hour, you've probably walked for about 7 kilometers. Let's say you're doing your math work, okay, your math homework. Maybe you could do 14 questions, answer 14 questions in an hour. That's reasonable. So these are some examples of rates. 50 kilometers an hour, 7 kilometers an hour, doing 14 math questions an hour. Let's look at some interesting rates here. A turtle moves at 0.2 kilometers an hour. This is a really slow speed, but we already know that because it's a turtle. But to give you an idea, if a turtle keeps on moving and moving and moving, it only moved 0.2 kilometers. To give you a better idea of what that is, that's 200 meters. So 200 meters is not much. A human being can probably walk 200 meters in maybe 1 minute. But a turtle does that in an hour. So it's really slow. If you're looking at filling up your car with gas, right now it's about $1.20 per liter. The L stands for liter. So for every liter of gasoline you put in your car, it'll cost you about $1.20. A pretzel making machine can make about 8 bags of pretzel per minute. That's really quick, considering that there's probably a few pretzels in every bag. So every minute, this pretzel making machine makes a whole bunch of pretzels, 8 bags in particular. A certain plant might grow at 6 centimeters a year. So obviously different plants grow at different pace, but this is a tree, not a plant, but there's certain plants that grow about 6 centimeters a year. Now 6 centimeters is really small. 6 centimeters is about the length of a very, very, very small pencil. It's not much. So plants take a long while to grow. Let's do some questions together. We've got a few scenarios here, 4 scenarios to be exact, and we're going to try to write some rates here. So if someone tells you Simon can read 300 words per minute, how would you write that as a rate? So we would do this, 300 words per minute. Now let me explain this for a sec. This / here is short for per. So whenever you in math you want to write the word per as a symbol, this is the symbol for it. Let's check this out. Jennifer can do 16 push-ups every minute. So we would write 16 push-ups per minute. Okay. A cheetah can run 70 kilometers in an hour. Okay, that's an easy one. That's speed, 70 kilometers per hour. Fire truck uses about 200 liters of water every minute to fight a fire. Wow, that's a lot of water. Okay, so 200 liters per minute. That's an L. So 200 liters per minute of water is being used by a fire truck when fighting a fire. So this is a real quick introduction to rates. Hope you've enjoyed this video.